Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello and welcome back to That's English. My name's Vanessa.
And I'm Tony. Today's programme is about humour, el humor. It's strange, isn't it, how humour is different in different countries.
Yes, and I know that visitors to Britain sometimes find British humour difficult to understand.
Or else they think it's just not funny. You're going to meet Gino. He's a journalist at the Echo newspaper. Well, Gino's from Italy, and he sometimes doesn't understand British humour.
Today, Gino and his friends from work are meeting in the pub. They're telling each other jokes. You'll hear Tom tell a joke about a race, una carrera, between a tortoise, which has a shell, and a whippet.
You'll see that two different types of humour are mentioned. The first is irony, la ironía.
And the second is, well, listen carefully and see if you can find the answer to this question. What's the second type of humour mentioned?
Tom, look, I'm sorry. I know it's my round, but I haven't got any money to buy drinks. I left my purse at home.
Again? That's all right. I'll buy some drinks for you.
An orange juice, please, Tom.
A pint of bitter.
A dry martini?
Bitter, please, Tom.
Righto.
Hey, Gino, did you read my article yesterday?
No, I'm sorry, Clive, I didn't. Was it any good?
Any good? Was it any good? How dare you? No, it was rubbish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Gino, when I said it was rubbish, I was only joking.
Oh, I see. I apologize.
Don't mention it.
Look, sorry, everybody, but I have a confession to make. Sometimes I find your British humor very difficult. I don't understand why you're laughing. You're always saying one thing when you mean something else, aren't you? Clive says his article was rubbish, but he means it was great. I don't understand.
Irony, Gino.
Yes, the British love irony, don't they?
But the Italians don't understand irony, do they?
Of course we do. But I think you British use irony far too much. And it isn't always funny. Well, not to me. I'm sorry that I haven't laughed at your jokes. I'm sure they're very funny, if you are British.
You'll laugh at this joke, Gino. A man goes into a pub with his dog. It's a racing dog, a whippet. In the corner of this pub is an old man. And on this table is a tortoise.
A tortoise?
Yes, it's a very slow animal with a shell. But the shell on this tortoise is all broken. It looks terrible. It's hardly moving. Anyway, this old man shouts at the man with the dog. "Here, I'll bet my tortoise can beat your dog in a race." Well, the man with the dog laughs, but the man with the tortoise shouts again. "Here, I'll bet you £100 my tortoise can beat your dog in a race." Well, the man with the dog thinks, that's easy money. OK, old man. And they go out into the car park. Now, the old man puts the tortoise down on the ground. He stands up and he says, "You see that street light over there? My tortoise will race your dog to that street light." The man with the dog says, "OK." The dog's all excited, ready to go. The poor tortoise is hardly moving. But the old man says, "Ready, steady, go." Boom!
That's a great joke.
But I thought you didn't like it. Never mind. I thought it was a bit cruel.
It was black humour, Gino.
What a wonderful joke. Great. Whee!
Do you really think so?
No, I thought it was a terrible joke. I agree with Gino.
I thought it was a bit cruel.
I thought it was a bit cruel. Un poco cruel. Actually, I thought it was very cruel.
Yes, but Tom explained what sort of humour it is.
It was black humour, Gino.
It was black humour, humor negro. And that's the answer to the question we asked you.
When the group were discussing humour, they used a very common structure. Question tags. For example,
The British love irony, don't they?
the British love irony, don't they?
A los británicos les encanta la ironía, ¿verdad? Con esta pregunta, don't they, Gino está pidiendo que los demás confirmen su afirmación.
Here's another example. Tom believes that Italians don't understand irony. He asks if Gino agrees.
But the Italians don't understand irony, do they?
Look at the structure of those sentences. Cuando el verbo de la oración principal está en forma afirmativa, el verbo de la question tag se pone en forma negativa.
Cuando el verbo de la oración principal está en forma negativa,
El verbo de la question tag se pone en forma afirmativa. Here are those two examples again.
The British love irony, don't they?
But the Italians don't understand irony, do they?
Now, back to the pub. But first, here's a question. Is Gino's humour different from Tom's?
Gino, tell us a joke now.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, now I will tell you a joke. An Italian joke. Italian humor is very different. I'll show Italian humor to you.
OK, Gino, let's have the joke.
Okay, there was this Italian boy called Paolo, and he was at a language school learning English. But he was the worst in the class. He was a nice boy, but useless. One day, the teacher said to the class, I want you to use the words green, yellow, and pink to make sentences. The best student said, the grass is green, the sun is yellow, and my dress is pink. Excellent, said the teacher. And she asked another pupil to use the same three words to make sentences. He said, my shirt is green, my tie is yellow, and my face is pink. Very good, said the teacher. Well done. Then she asked Paolo to do the same. Of course, he couldn't. So he stood up and pretended that the telephone was ringing. He said, green, green. Then he pretended to pick up the phone and said, yellow, yellow. Then he put down the phone and said, pink. Green, green, yellow, yellow, pink.
You know what?
Tell me.
That really was a very, very good joke.
Thank you, Clive. That's very nice.
Gino, I think that may have been...
Don't tell me. Irony.
Yes, Gino, irony.
poor Gino. No one laughed at his joke. His humour was very different from Tom's. Now, I'd like you to listen closely to the exact words which Tom used when he offered to buy drinks.
I'll buy some drinks for you.
I'll buy some drinks for you. Or he could have said, I'll buy you some drinks.
In English, when a verb has two objects, there are two possibilities.
Here are some more examples. Give him the present.
Give the present to him.
Look at these pictures and words now. Can you put the words in the correct order? He sent flowers to me. He sent me flowers.
I'll write a postcard to her. I'll write her a postcard.
We gave some money to the children. We gave the children some money.
I can't lend my car to Peter. I can't lend Peter my car. And that's all for today. I hope you'll join us for our next programme.
We'll be talking more about humour. See you then.
Goodbye.
Bye. Have I told you my favourite joke, Vanessa? An Englishman, an Irishman and a Scotsman were sitting